Howdy y'all, today is September 16th. We are starting to get just a little bit of color in the leaves up there. Starting to look and feel a little more like fall every day. I'm gonna go ahead and get in both beehives and see what they're looking like. So both hives look fine. I didn't do any recording because I just wanted to get in and out really quick because it's the time of year where bees will tend to rob other colonies and I just don't want to have to mess with that. And especially right when you open up the lid, oh, it smells so good. I can't even describe it. So it was really quick. This hive, I went ahead and took the queen excluder off. Definitely done with honey for the year. That'll give a little more room for that queen to lay some eggs. And then the other hive is looking really nice. The population in this hive is definitely increased, having that extra super open. And it's just as big as the white colony now, which is pretty cool to see. I really like seeing that. I haven't seen too many issues. I've seen a couple yellow jackets, but nothing terrible like I dealt with last year. But I do see one there. Just hanging out right here. I'm gonna smash him real quick. The yellow jackets love getting into hives and taking anything sweet that they can find. So whenever I dust with powdered sugar, I make sure I don't get it on the outside. If I do, it's minimal. If it happens to be a lot, I clean it up. It also keeps ants away and just all sorts of other pests. Well, I'm at Tractor Supply right now and they don't have the chicken food that I was coming for. I was gonna try either one of these out. They have the pellets or the crumbles. They actually only had this one bag and it was ripped, so it's a little cheaper. So I guess that's the best I'm gonna do. So when I went to Tractor Supply last week sometime and I grabbed chick feed, I just took a glance at all their organic chicken food. I know they didn't have 50-pound bags of organic, they only have 40-pound bags of organic, but the prices seemed pretty good. So I did some comparison on them and it did wind up being just a little itty bitty bit cheaper. It's actually 9 cents a bag cheaper, so that's not that big of a break. But what kind of has me interested in it is if you buy in bulk there, if you buy 20 or more bags at a time, you get a 5% break, which would basically be one free bag of chicken feed for every 20 I buy. And with the flock size just growing, it's going to keep growing through this year, next year, and maybe even the following year. We'll just kind of see where egg sales go, but right now it's definitely increasing. That's why that bulk price is kind of alluring. It's not a huge savings, but it's a savings. At the feed mill, when I was there last, I drilled him on the food that I had been buying, asked him if they had a bulk discount, whether it's for bags or delivery if I wound up getting a grain bin. And he said it's really just a convenience fee, or convenience, it's not a break of any sort. So they don't do bulk on that. Also, I drilled him because it says Indiana Pride or organic or something like that. So I'd always just assumed that the corn, soybeans came from local farms around the area. They actually don't. So they buy it organic, but it could be, anywhere in the Midwest, whatever is for sale, because specifically there's not a lot of organic, I guess, around here. So I mean, that was kind of the part of the reason I like that feed too, because I thought that's what I was getting. But it has Indiana Pride just because that's the name of the group, and it just gets ground up here and everything. So it's not anything that special compared to what Tractor Supply would sell. So that's another part of it. So I'm just kind of looking at different things. I wanted to get some different food today from Tractor Supply, the one I'm potentially looking at switching to, and see if the chickens liked it or not. I haven't looked at the ingredients list or anything yet, so we'll look at it, but it is all organic, so I'd assume it's pretty much the same stuff. And as far as distance-wise, Tractor Supply and the feed mill are pretty close. I'm actually passing by the feed mill right now. I would love to stop in there and get some more food because I do need more, but also I feel kind of bad rolling in with the other chicken food in the back. They're closed tomorrow on Sunday, so I'll probably swing by there Monday to get some more. That's if Tractor Supply doesn't have any more in where I can try it. So there's what the new feed looks like. versus what I've always been giving them. So you can tell it's a little lighter. I just layered it. I didn't specifically mix it, so you can kind of see it in there. So we'll see what the chickens think of it. I was looking, this is only 16% protein, and this, what I've been giving them, is 18%. Typically you pay more because of the protein, so it's kind of interesting. But I haven't looked at the feed tags too close just yet, but I'm going to really start comparing, and honestly, it's up to the chickens to see if they even like it too. So far, when I put the feed in, only the Sussex looked at it like it was weird stuff. All the other chickens just gobbled it down. The Sussex are my picky eaters. They don't even really eat tomatoes or anything I throw them in there. They'll pick at it, but they're not crazy about it, so I just don't think they eat as much. But anyway, the chickens are moved. They're kind of on a turn, so it looks a little crazy coop-wise, but I'm gonna go ahead and fill their water up now. Red Ryder's also getting used to just hanging out, not freaking out, being in the nesting boxes 24/7. That's generally where he still likes to be, but he gets down, he socializes a little bit, and not as intimidated by Rusty as he used to be. And Rusty doesn't really pick on him like he used to either. Good morning, y'all. Today is September 17th. I'm gonna get started on chores. I went ahead and grabbed some pumpkins. There was a little roadside stand, so get a few to decorate the farm because my pumpkins didn't do anything. Well, that's a lie. I have one that's coming on, one more really small one, but I don't think they're going to be anything substantial. I just kind of wanted to see what the farm was capable of as far as what grows well out here. So tomatoes do decent, pumpkins not so much, cucumbers did fantastic, squash before they got messed up. We're doing okay. They were coming on a little small. Go over here and turn the chicken's fence off. Peppers did really good. So learned a lot from the garden this year and kind of know where I'm going with it next year as far as the setup and everything. Putting some more material in the nesting boxes. All the chickens get excited and got to check it out. Typically means they're going to scratch out about 25% of it. The pearl whites aren't bad. The Americanas are pretty good. Sussex are decent. The buffs are horrible. Y'all watch. As soon as I open up that little door on the nesting boxes there for the buff coop, I can guarantee you Houdini's going to be the first one up there because she loves kicking through this stuff and knocking it all out. Oh look, she's already up there. She's my crazy looking chicken. Her and Doodle Doo are going pretty steady. You are so excited, aren't you? That's why this coop can't have anything nice, because she kicks it all out all the time. We got Miss Frizzle there keeping an eye on things. But Houdini's excited. She is starting to grow some feathers back. It's really only her that's kind of beat up by the roosters. So just make sure she grows some back before it gets too cold out. But try and fluff this up and smash it down so it doesn't all fall out. But with her in here, 15 minutes, it'll probably all be on the ground. If I could tweak these coops just a little bit, I don't know how I would do it exactly, but the nesting boxes and the roost bar are the same height, but that's because the bases are all the same height and you can't nail anything onto that PVC. The issue that these coops kind of pose is all the chickens like roosting in the nesting box and the little roost bar because they're the exact same height. So I feel like if I had roost bars higher, they wouldn't be sitting in the nesting boxes at night or on the little lip of the nesting boxes. So that's the only thing, is those nesting boxes get dirty pretty quick, so I'm constantly changing out the bedding in there. So if that was one thing I could tweak, that would be one thing. I'll be building plenty more of these. I'm actually kind of sick of building these chicken coops. I have the one over here that's been sitting over there for a long time not completely done. I still have to do the back door, build the door, and screen everything. So I still got to build a lot more for next year. So this winter I may kind of tweak the designs a little bit to see if I can find a way to get the roost bar a little higher than the nesting boxes. And I think that'll help things out. But overall, I really like everything else about these coops. They're easy to move, there's plenty of room, they're lightweight, shield the chickens from the sun, the wind, the rain. They also get a ton of ventilation. So just a few little things that next year when I start building more of them that I'll look into. Howdy y'all, today is September 19th. My dad and I just ran and picked up a bunch of straw bales, just as many as we could get in the truck here. I'm gonna go ahead and unload the chicken coop off the trailer real quick and then put all the bales on top of that. Got those all unloaded on the trailer there. Pulled off the chicken coop that I still have yet to finish. Probably won't happen this week. Don't really need it. I mean, I could put the roosters in it, which would be nice just to have everything over here, but just hasn't been real high on the priority list at the moment. Also yesterday, I don't think I did any recording yesterday, but I did get a load of wood delivered. You can't really see it from here. I haven't stacked it or anything, it's just in a pile, so I'll show you guys that in here in a little bit. But first, I'm gonna get the chickens done. The chicks from the school project this past spring have definitely started laying. I'm getting about one small egg on the ground every day from the Buffs and Marins. As far as the Americanas, every now and then I'll get one on the ground, but for the most part they're getting good about putting it in the nesting boxes. So got one in here. Got one in here today. Harvesting a little soybean today. Slightly dusty out here, but not terrible. Howdy y'all, today is September 20th, hitting up the feed mill because I am completely out of chicken feed. I meant to do that before I ran out to the farm, but I had already ran out to the farm, so a little bit of backtracking, but not terrible. And honestly, I just like supporting a small company as well versus Tractor Supply, so that's why I'm going back. Howdy y'all, today is September 22nd. It is one day until my farm party, so I feel like I've been bad about recording this week. I've just been running around like crazy. I'm already a busy person, let alone trying to squeeze in something else on top of it. But right now, I'm just gonna check on the roosters, get them situated. Also, this net I was using when I had all the chickens over here so they could free range. I had some smaller T-posts. Gonna grab those so I can use them for signs. Just little stuff like that. Then I gotta run and get some things printed, and then we'll have some fun out at the farm. All right, roosters are good to go. This is all I have left as far as roosters. That black one there is mean. He came after me once, but that was mostly because I was grabbing other roosters that day, not him. But he's just kind of rough with everybody else. It's kind of surprising because he is one of the smaller ones. But anyway, these guys have got to get going whenever I find some time. So these are the T-posts that I was using. Grabbed, I don't know, 6 or 7 of them. That should be plenty. They're not quite fencing T-posts, they're more like little garden T-posts. So these would be perfect for holding up some signs. So the other day, my dad whipped out this railing here. It's mostly for the party. I'm gonna have a lot of people coming and going that haven't seen the place. So just to make them feel a little safer. Cause it is kind of a steep jaunt going up there, so railing might make people feel a little better. Also got it marked up there so people don't smack their heads. I'm almost 6 foot. I don't have an issue with it, but if you're over 6 foot, maybe you'll smack your head. So right now I've got to start getting ready for the farm to be open here in a couple hours, from 4 to 6. It's about 2 o'clock right now. I forgot to bring my polo, so sorry y'all, I don't look very professional in my cut off or sleeveless t-shirt and cow poop stain all over it. So anyway, I'm gonna start setting up for that, getting eggs ready, picking some stuff from the garden. And then after that, focusing on getting everything ready for the party tomorrow. Got the wood all stacked up there. It looks a lot cleaner back here than what it used to. I went ahead and put some boxes out for the beehive, even though I don't have any bees, just so people can kind of look in and see what a beehive looks like. And still just got to get some stuff going a little bit more. All right, y'all, it is just a few minutes till 4. Gonna go ahead and pop the signs in. Been working on getting the stand all up and going. My mom's here as well. So far we got a pretty good show. Still a lot of work left to do. I'm gonna be kind of busy, so probably won't be watching it too close. Just be sitting up there washing eggs and then getting ready for this party. Well, y'all, it's about 5:30. Whole family's here now, so that's pretty cool. Ton of work yet to do for this party. I'm still picking tomatoes. I've got a ton of eggs yet to wash, and that's not really party stuff per se, but it'll be sitting out for the party. So got to get the straw bales all sitting around, get the pumpkins out. I got to move this chicken net so it's not in the way of the path. I got to put some signs up. What else? I'm sure there's a long list. I have to look at it, but anyway, just gonna tackle it one at a time. I have 2 more rows of tomatoes to harvest, so I'm gonna do that and then jump on whatever comes next.
Yeah, the circle lit up pretty fire. Yeah. That looks pretty good there, man.
Well, y'all, it is about 8:45 till 9. I'm feeling pretty good with where things are at. There's still a ton of work to do. I'm gonna do a little bit more tonight, but the worst of everything I think is over. I think washing eggs is honestly gonna be the worst. At least the most time consuming. But right now I wanted to show you guys something real quick. Can't see it too great, but I got a ton of tiki torches out there.